Everybody Has Everything is a novel about a childless couple that suddenly inherits a child after friends of theirs are involved in a terrible accident. And it's really about this marriage under stress and pressure and what happens to two people, one of whom might be a natural parent and one of whom might not be, and what it's like for them when they suddenly have parenthood thrust upon them uninvited. The idea for the book came to me in the wake of having my second kid. I had two kids very close together, Irish twins essentially, and in the kind of postpartum haze, I became morbidly obsessed with death. I think that there's something about the sort of great life force of having a child and the wonder of bringing a person into the world that actually makes you acutely aware of the possibility of the opposite, their absence and of sadness and loss. Well, I do think of this book as very Toronto-centric. And yet at the same time, I think it is really universal because I think Toronto has become a sort of archetypal modern city in that we contain so many cities. And I was really interested in urban loneliness and what happens when people live so close to one another and yet often don't know one another's stories, and how we're kind of on top of each other here and yet very separate. And that's a kind of recurring theme through the book and something that the characters are forced to overcome. I think of myself as an urban writer. And I think that there are things happening in Toronto that are happening in major urban centers all around the globe. But I love specificity in books as a reader, and as a writer I couldn't write without it. I think place becomes a character if you're using it correctly. So in that sense, I'm very much a Toronto writer because particularly with this book, I was really drawing from the city. You know, I would hope that readers walk away from this book moved, that they find some kind of truth and beauty in it, that they recognize some of the larger cultural shifts that are going on in the world, but mostly that they've been touched by a piece of art.